So now should we call you Deb, Debbie, Deborah?
Hipster, whatever. Yeah, you know, it's so funny, the whole name thing, because I was always a Deborah in my real life to my family and friends, and then Debbie was very much a record company stage name type thing, so I never really felt like a Debbie. So when I went back to Deborah, it wasn't meant to be some big, like, statement. I am sophisticated now, call me Deborah, but that's people kind of taking it. But Deb's fine. Deb's just fine.
Let's go back to when you were a teenager and you got that record deal with Atlantic. How did it feel, Deb?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, it sounds funny to say that at 16 I felt like I had waited my whole life for it, but because I was writing and demoing music at such a feverish pace, and I felt like I had gotten I got rejected by every label, because at the time they weren't signing anybody under 20, 25 years old. They didn't know what to do with a teenager. It's so different now, because now they want to sign you as a fetus. You know, it's very different. But I didn't see it as like, shoo, all right, I've arrived, I got a record deal. I saw it as like, okay, now the work begins, but at least I had the opportunity to do it. So
I must say, you probably have people saying this to you all the time, but when I knew that we were talking to you today, I was very excited because I was one of those young girls.
You never hear that enough.
Well, I'm here to say it again. I was one of those excited little girls that I think it was a full unitard in black and with hot pink lightning bolts on it, and I remember going to a Stedfords and performing to Electric Youth, and just to be speaking to you today is very exciting.
Oh, me too. I was the same, Deb, and it was just the unitard.
You had the same unitard.
Yeah. No, until today, I thought a unitard was somebody who blew up buildings but wasn't very bright.
Yeah, that's something slightly different.
Unitard.
Yeah.
Well, I've got Foolish Beat tattooed on my chest.
I'm sure you do. Hilarious. The day.
Look, it seems a logical question to ask you, Deb, about Britney Spears. I mean, obviously you were very successful as a teenager, so was she, but you certainly haven't gone down that path yourself, I presume. When you see Britney, how does it make you feel? What do you think when you see her and the way that she's, what's happening with her life?
I mean, I feel bad. I got to tell you the truth. You know, the business is obviously crazy and demanding, and I think that when you start as a child, you're so conditioned to want to be a good little professional, you're almost like a robot. And you stifle so much emotional stuff. And I think that at some point, for some people, it's bound to kind of just, you know, like the lid's just going to blow off. And I think that the minute you come up for air, I mean, it happens to me even on a mild level. Not in the, you know, it's not, I don't go running around clubbing, but I do have meltdowns like we all do. And I think when you're work, on, and you have a commitment to the public and you have a commitment to performing and being on the stage, it's like, it's a very intense way to live. It's a shame that hers has to be so public, and I really do feel for her and hope that she gets the help she needs, because we're seeing a lot of young stars kind of self-destructing, and it would be a shame to have anything happen to her.
When you're doing shows these days, what sort of people make up the audience?
Oh my goodness, it's a really wide variety for me because I started so young. Obviously, they're the children of the '80s, and they're in the unitard with the lightning bolts on it. Although luckily they don't wear those to the show. But yeah, you know, we've got the children of the '80s, and then because I've done so much theater, I have a huge theater following. I have kids that are now maybe 20 that saw me on Broadway when they were 10. A huge gay following. It's a real crossover now. For me, I just always wanted to be an all-around entertainer. So,
well, you certainly entertained us today, Deb, and we appreciate your time.
Thanks for your time, Deb. Good on you, Deb.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.